Hey there, welcome to another edition of the Akashic Portal. We're looking at the week of April 13th through the 19th. And I'm Jen Duchene, and I'm using the Illuminating Journey cards that we created with the help of the Akashic Records. And I'm an Akashic reader, practitioner, guide, teacher, and creator of the Illuminating Journey cards. So let's see, I prepared the cards. I do want to just mention that, yes, we're in an intense time right now. We're in April, so it's very much a energy of new beginning, new life, seeding, planting, focusing, even though we're in restriction, most of us, because of the COVID-19. The number's 13. Well, number 13 is the divine goddess energy. It's the phoenix number. It's about transformation, the death and what happens as we go through that process and rebirth, that renaissance, new beginnings or new foundation. It's taking what we know, discarding what we don't need to move forward. And the 19 is all about new beginnings, right? The same thing. It's like letting go of what we no longer need, bringing forward the love of what we have that we want to take forward. And yes, going forward. So let's see what the cards have to say. So the first card coming up is the 3, the soul portal number 3. And this card for me feels so hopeful, so full of light. And where my eye goes straight away is to the unicorn. And I don't know if you can see this above the unicorn. It's like this circle. It's like almost like the unicorn is creating a new cycle, reminding us of the cycles of life, and kind of knowing or thinking and knowing this into being, right? So it's this idea of this is the awareness, this is the pool of what is possible, and how am I going to be inside of this? And this is just reflected. I haven't never noticed this before. It's really interesting, but you see how the arm here is almost like a snake. And then there's this one. It's there in a lineup, like a lineup of 3. 1, 2, 3. And each of them has a light around them, right? There's the light. This is kind of the light here, and here's the light, this reminder of the cycle of what moves us, like from creation or from the idea of the energy of the universe that lights a fire, drops the liquid into the magical being like a unicorn, or this idea of us opening our imagination and then sparking this divine fire that kind of fills our minds, fills our being, fills our crown, and then moves down into our bodies. If we allow ourselves to be in that space of almost at peace in swimming, just kind of being held in the space of warmth, of liquid safety, of just being there and being beamed into this energy, the fire of creation. So very, very powerful reminder of how things work. And then we have the triquestra, sort of a symbol that's connected to the Celtic mythology and the idea of this 3 parts of something. And here we have these 3 parts. And within us, we have the 3 parts, body, mind, and spirit, or, maiden, mother, and crone, these kinds of ideas that are very much part of our world, like how we seed and it grows, and then we harvest, right? So it's this, or seed, harvest, and eat or use in some way. It feels very much like this, definitely feels like almost like the sacred energy of the Divine Mother coming down and awakening the sense of who we are. Like, and as I look at this woman, it's like she has headphones on and she's receiving the signal. It's such a incredible level because she's in stillness and she can receive the signal of knowing what is the fire, the flame that's going to take seed within me that I can now move forward and be connected in that way, connected to the liquidity of life, to the physical body, to the this energy of the divine, this threesome that is so incredibly delicious. And 3, the actual number 3, is the number of self-love, self-awareness, creativity, connecting to that juiciness of being an imaginative or imaginal cell, a creative being that comes to life and is sparked by the idea of being expressed. So very much the divine message. Let's see what the second card is. So the second card, now that's very interesting because we just had a 3 and we have a 21 now, which is also 3. So I find that fascinating because again, it's the reminder of that message of being true to ourselves, true to our expression, remembering this is what we're here for. We're here to express ourselves. We're here to experience life. We're not here to kind of sit on the sidelines waiting for somebody else to express who we are, right? We can no longer wait for permission from a human or something else. We are being given that download, that information from the divine. We're being sent into our cave, into the space of deep awareness, of opening the throat. The blue is very much the color of the throat, of self-expression through the voice, and in many ways that we express ourselves. And being in this, again, there's the mythical creature, right? Here we have the unicorn, here we have Pegasus, the winged horse. We have this light coming down, this energy of the 3, you know, here's the figure, here's the Pegasus, the winged horse, here's the external, you know, kind of the journey we have to take, knowing all of this is part of our process, right? Here we are, we're in the cave. We've now taken, you can imagine this as you being the being that has received this information, has swum into this cave and is now sitting with the light and kind of calling in the energy of the truth, of the higher truth. 21 speaks to the truth, like our truth will set us free, right? It can only set us free if we express it, right? If it's all hidden inside us, it's not going to free us. So this is that invitation to really kind of open up our wings, open ourselves to the light, get into the awareness of what it means to take form in the human body and be able to move beyond what we've been told by gathering all the knowledge of the ages and the warmth, the light of the divine that shines upon us, source, God, whatever you call it, bringing you into the awareness of what it is you want to express so that it can take wings, it can take flight, and take that message, take that expression out into the world. So that's really beautiful. And the third one, so here we are, the third card, also a soul portal. And again, my eye is taken by the expression of the 3. Here is a, what do you call that? A craft, you know, some kind of craft from another planet. Here's the woman, so that's in this golden color. Here's the woman in her beautiful glowing golden skirt, receiving the message. And then here is the full moon in this female cow, this horned cow. So there's 3 here. And once again, we have a mythical creature. So it's very interesting. All 3 cards have a mythical creature that has the ability to move between the worlds. And that's really what the message is here. We have to move between the worlds. So this is a griffin, which is the lion and a eagle. I believe that's the combination, a griffin and griffin. Yes, griffin. It's that energy, you know, and you could even go 1, 2, 3, and that could be the fourth. But it's very interesting how all of these kind of touches of energy and this sacred circle in the water. Now, here we go, right? Here we had this golden color in the first one. It was kind of in the water, and then moving out into the cave, which is the blue energy, and then moving into the external world, this place that is a place of, you may call it worship. It's a place of reconnecting to spirit, to your spirit on the land. So making that connection between source, the land, and yourself, right? What is this expression that brings us into a new sense of who we are, a new sense of what is our duty in the world? Like, what is our contribution? What are we here to understand? What are we here to express? So when I look at this card, I feel this deep sense of peace. Like this is that moment to recognize who we truly are, to step into that ancient, futuristic, and this time moment of being this being who's so much more than just a physical being, and who needs to understand how to use the physical and the spiritual and the mental in order to really be in touch, you know, be in touch with our roots, be in touch with all that's available to us, and not allow this idea or other people's thoughts or what's been man-made and put in place to stop us from expanding our heart and feeling the wonder of being here at this time, with this chance to recreate what we believe in. And straight across from there, this amazing portal that leads us from this heavenly energy, this starlight energy, into the earth, into the greenness and the greenness of this all, and the goldenness, and that we can draw in the energy and really swim to the energy of who we are, and that we can climb out into the cave and express it and know our truth, so that we can feel at one with where we are. The number 10 is so powerful because, of course, we have the one, the new beginnings I talked about, and of course 1 + 0 is 1. That innovative direction of being very focused on who do I need to be in order to move through this time we're in, not as a victim, not as a bully or somebody who needs to lord it over others, but in the peace of being who I am, in the balance. And 10 is the number that is bringing the love and light of the divine energy into our field. So it surrounds us with the sacred energy of love and the awareness of light and peace, the knowing that we are not alone, that we're very much connected. And what do we want to do with that connection? Where are we going to take it? So there are the 3 cards of this reading. And I'm just going to put it here so hopefully you can see what's happening here. It's very big, so it's hard to tell. There we go. So what do you see in the cards? What's showing up for you? What's connecting for you? Where do you feel that connection, that sense of that figure 8? It's connecting you to the deeper truth of who you are, to the expression of who you are, however it's meant to show up for you. I'd love to hear what you think about it, or what you saw, what is lighting up in you. You may have noticed that each one of these cards has not only the sacred creature, but the light that is so important to us, the awareness that in the darkest of times, there is this light that is available to us. Like and subscribe. I'd love to have your support. And I'm wishing you an amazing week ahead. If you're interested in buying the cards, you can find them on my website, jenduchene.com. The links are below. If you want to contact me to explore the idea of having a reading, I do free chats just to see if we're a good fit. And that link will be below too. Till next time.